Yes, we are.
Is it working? Let's go see on YouTube. View channel. Welcome to our live show. Is that it? Schedule. Yeah, there we go. I think it's working.
Yes.
Awesome. Hey everybody. This is good. It's fun. All right, today we're going to dive into a lot of the new features as well as some tips and tricks that I suggest you guys can use for your print on demand stores. I think it's going to help you maybe see a new perspective as to why we built the app this way to really empower you guys to sell as much as you can with as less friction as possible, right? The goal is really to help you sell. And then once you start selling, then transfer that into the app and give us the information that we need to produce your orders. So, all right, let's dive in. I'm going to start sharing my screen. Share screen. I want a specific entire screen. Yep, let's do that. You're going to see me 1,000 times, but then this should be good. All right, so now that we're in the app, the first thing that I want to do is simply look at the updates. So like I was talking about last week, there's a lot of updates that we did add, some small features that we added to the design tool and the product catalog, especially your decorated product catalog. So if I go in and jump simply into decorated product catalog, you can now see that there's a lot more information in product catalog. The thumbnails, just the UI is a lot better. So like the experience that you're going to see, everything is symmetrical. The pictures and the mockups, the background color, for example, does not have white bars on the sides. It's minimal stuff, but it's stuff that simply works and looks nice. Now, when you scroll down on the product level, you can automatically see here now that we added the information for dimensions as well as position and white underbase. A simple UI that we would like to add down the road, a simple feature, was simply to be able to copy, right, a product and duplicate it and then go edit the colors or simply edit the sizing or dimensions that you want. It's not a feature that we have right now, so we thought that the best feature that we could add that would help you guys create multiple products, whether it's a t-shirt, a hoodie, and a sweatshirt that have the same dimension of print, is to give you that information. So you don't have to go in, let's say for example, I wanted to know before what dimension, what placement I use this for this garment. I would go in and click edit, and then it would open up. Now artwork can be configured to this product right now, and why is that? Please there, please contact. Okay, so what did I do wrong with this artwork? I did something wrong and I don't know what it did. All right, I did something in my account, my test account. I don't know what I did, but let's try this again. So let's open any product and see what happened. Okay, so yeah, they're working. Okay, I probably did something while doing a test and I messed it up. So that's on my part, but it's fine. You can see now some benefits that we added to the design tool. You can see here that we have choose artwork or upload artwork. And if I go into choose artwork, you can now see that you don't have to click an artwork and go to the bottom and say add. You can simply click on add artwork right here or double click on it for it to go directly into the canvas. So let's say that I wanted this teddy bear that is eating some honey and I simply want to add it to my product. I can simply double click on it just like you should, and then you can go and modify and edit it. So you can use the standard preset, left chest, large center, center chest. I think this was a little cute as a left chest. I'm going to add that, and I really like this color actually. I think this looks really nice. And then some more features that we added is now if you go and click no white ink, you can see that's automatically changing. It's going to tell you exactly what it's going to look like in the design tool. So let's take this and put it bigger center front. So now you can really see the difference, right? So don't want to zoom too much. If I'm using this and I'm using standard, you can see that there's white going through the image and it's really going to make the colors pop and they're going to look as vibrant, as realistic as your image is being uploaded, right? And if I'm using a no white ink system on the DTG, well, you can see that it's pulling away all the white. It's using multiply effect because realistically when we're printing, that's exactly how it's going to look, right? So now this is a feature that when you're decorating your products and you're not sure, you can upload your artwork and see, is it going to look right? Do I want this on my garment or not? And you can see that if I'm switching one color to the other one, it's really updating for every single color to give you most accurate possible output, visual that you're going to have. Of course, these are 2D mock-ups, so it's not the true garment, and you don't see the true color of the garment because it's not the perfect, like it's not the garment itself, right? It's a 2D vector template. So we're trying to do our best to match the hex color codes that our suppliers are giving us to make sure that the pink is as accurate as the supplier is giving us. But again, there's still small variations. So be aware of that, but we're trying to give you a much better understanding of what it's going to be. So here you can clearly see that I'm losing all the white text that I had under the artwork, which is Mama Bear. You can see that I'm losing a lot of vibrancy in the hair. So instead of going here and then guessing, okay, is my artwork going to look like this or like this? Well, we now give you a preview of what it's going to look like, right? And I can also do any artwork. So I can switch it and say, okay, you know what? Maybe I didn't want that one. Maybe I wanted this one, the avocado. Well, how is that going to look on pink if I remove the white? Let's go and see. Okay, well, obviously, I think that would look really good. It'd be vintage. Maybe it would look better on a sand color and then pink, because pink through green kind of looks weird. So I might just remove the pink and keep the sand and yellow color. Of course, the part avocado is not going to be printed. We're not printing any white when we're using this print setting, right? So keep that in mind. But it's a nice little feature that we added this week in the publish, and I think it's very cool now that you can see what print option is giving you as a preview. So that's iteration 1. We also added a lot of benefits when now you're selecting products to go and create your decorated products. So when you're going here and you're simply selecting your products, you can see now that you're not able to select the sizes. You simply go in and click all the colors that you want. It's a lot faster. And if you don't want any size or dimensions or like colors, you can simply remove them from the design tool. So we felt that that was a friction for no reason, so we removed it, and now simply enabling you to click the colors that you want or select all and go to decorate your products right away, right? So that's one big feature that we added. And then the small improvement that we also added in the design tool is upload artwork. You go here and let's just say I'm going to upload this Printies icon. It's automatically uploading directly in the design tool. You don't go and have to go to the library first, come back, delete it or remove it or select it and then add it to your garment. It's you're uploading to your shirt, right? So it's obvious that you want it to go directly on this garment. So it's going directly into the canvas so you can decorate your garment with it. So let's go in and do this. I'm going to add that to this garment, and let's use the no whiting setting. I'm also going to go and use a preset of standard front to make sure that it's going to look perfect on the shirt and be at the right spot. And now I'm going to add some finishing options, choose artwork. I have all my base library that I've created. I want this neck tag to be white. So again, I can simply double click. It's going to upload automatically. And then I'm going to title, Luke, I'm your barista t-shirt. Don't need the color. Simply add that. And then obviously my white ink is not going to print on the garment, but that's fine. So I'm doing something here, and I think it's probably a small error that's happening right now, which is fun, which is why we need to do some lives and see exactly what's happening. So the publish just went live, and I'm probably going too fast on it, and then errors are happening while we're doing this. All right, choose artwork. Let's do that one more time. Yep, standard. Let's go and say Luke. I'm your barista finishing. I want to make sure that we're working through it. I'm using this exactly like you guys would do, and then go back to DTG. And now it's saving. Maybe I clicked too fast. Yeah, I just clicked too fast. Oh, and they did actually save. And what if I go to edit this product like we were doing earlier? Yep, that's working. Okay, so something happened in the publish when we added this multiply effect that is not enabling us to edit these. So this is going to be resolved. I'm actually going to write to our dev team right now to make sure that they're following along. Normal that I can't edit an old product from my decorated product catalog. All right, so that should be resolved. But now we know that any new product that you do decorate is going to work. So if I go in here and I just do edit, yeah, right away it's opening up. Let's try to do this in no white ink. All right, yeah. It's working. The feature I wanted to show you is the fact that the mockups are actually following through. Yeah, they are. Okay, so that's good. So this is working. And then I'm simply going to send this link to the team. It's pasting right now. All right. Good. So that's one of the features that's going to work, and it's going to be pretty nice to have. I think it's good to see the visual of what the no base actually is. Dave is on it. He's replying. All right. Yeah, he's saying that it's not the feature that we added. It's probably my neck tags that are corrupt, which is something that might actually be true. I did play with those, so it's probably me that did something wrong, and the website is probably working. So that's good news, but at least you know now that these features are really nice and you can actually see these. So if I go in again and look at anything else that we did add, it's really the fact that you can remove these right now. It's a lot easier to navigate the catalog, especially in the products, and here are your products as well. You can use decoration method and brands in the catalog itself. We did add a few changes to now when you're hovering over something, it's going to show you the selected option. You can view product or start designing. So automatically, if you know which product you want, well, you can go and type it in right now. And let's say, okay, start designing. It brings you automatically to the design tool instead of having to go through the product itself, and loads you all the colors. You can select them and go directly to creating your products right away, right? So small improvement that save you a few seconds, a few minutes every single time you're creating a product, but they do add up. So which is why we're taking the time to make these small improvements. We feel like it's a massive improvement whenever you're doing bulk updates or bulk products and editing orders on the fly. And that's one thing that I want to bring up is whenever you're editing orders on the fly, and what I want to recommend you guys, right? What I was saying earlier is the hardest thing that you guys can do is sell products. So we don't want to have you guys create thousands and thousands of products or hundreds of products on the platform and having to create those beforehand because you feel like, okay, well, I need to update all of my products in the app. Well, I'm going to shut down my store for a few weeks to do that. It should never be that way, right? The only time that you're required to do a product in the app is really when you sell. You sell an order, and then you should tell us what that product is so we can produce it for you. But don't go in and create any products beforehand. It's not worth it. So I'm going to go in and simply create a draft order in the store, and let's just say draft orders, create one, and I'm going to go LPD. Let's do that, or maybe I have a test product. I don't, so let's just use this. This is fine. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go and search my name. Sean. I'm going to move myself here. Okay, so I'm going to go add there. Once I'm in, I'm going to add myself a discount because I don't want to pay for this order. And Sean's special because I'm a special guy. So pick up, yeah, that's perfect. That's free of charge. Collect payment, mark is paid. Okay, so that order is going to come in, create order, and then ignore. I know there's minimum quantity discount. That's fine. All right, ready for pickup. Let's go into the orders. Simply refresh that. The reason why this is important, it's really to show you the benefits. So why is it not showing? Yeah, okay, I know why. So what I'm going to do is go in and sync a product, right? So I can go and search for this product and it's not done, but I could create it on the fly, or I could use a product that's pre-made. So let's use the one that I just used I created before. Let's say that this cap is equal to this t-shirt large ivory, right? Well, obviously that's not the case, but let's just say that for the sake of it, that's the reality. That's what's true. I'm going to put this right here. Okay. And we added this feature that says you can choose to sync this variant, which allows us to automatically select the correct product and artwork for future orders. What this means is that if I select this once, right, and I say save for later, and then I go back and I duplicate this order. This is always in the way. All right, I duplicate this order. And I give myself, I put 12, and I give myself another discount, a Sean special, because they're really nice. I like those special. Show Sean special. They're pretty cheap, so I enjoy them. Add shipping. Do this. Let's say I'm pick this up again, and I'm going to collect Marcus paid. Create order. You're going to see automatically that needs approval. I just want to make sure continue shipping, so this product syncs. All right, there we go. It's there. And even before I refresh, I just want to show you guys that if I go to my products, I sync, I go to Printees, I search for this product, I have it here. The old way of doing this, I want to show you that now you're going to be able to see that this product has a variant. And why is it not synced? It's probably because I didn't push it into a store. Let's go back to this order. Needs approval. Large. Continue. That's probably the case. So you have to submit your order. That's a good thing to know. So let's just say pickup because that's true. And then I'm going to have to go and cancel it afterwards. But that's fine because the team are going to produce that shirt. We don't want that. But let's go into our products now and just double verify that this garment here. Yep, that's fine. Sync, Printees, look for this product, look at it, and choose a product, decorated.
I think you can close it.
This thing?
Yeah, because we have you at the bottom.
There we go.
Exactly. There we go.
Thank you. All right, confirm. And why is it not showing? I know for a fact it's working. I did it yesterday, but let's just do this and refresh the orders and see if it's synced. Because I did select it, right? So it's good. We're troubleshooting today. We're troubleshooting. There we go. Yeah, it came in. See, automatically, it's mapped. So you can see that now this garment is linked to this product automatically. So I don't have to do this every single time for the SKU. Of course, this is a cap and there's only one variant because it's one size, right? So if you would have had a true t-shirt, for example, that had small, medium, large, XL, 2X, well, now this variant large would automatically be synced to your product for larges, which is probably why it's not working, is because there's only one variant. So let's go in and do this one more time. I'm going to go in and take another product. So I'm going to go and create a new draft order. And you know what? I'm going to create a product on the fly. Add product. I think there's a lot of important stuff that we need to talk about. Sean, test, product. And the reason why is because this is really important. We get a lot of emails from this. And when you create your product, if you don't select this, deselect this, sorry, and you're tracking quantities, it's like if you're not doing per on demand. It's like if you do have true inventory in your store, so it's thinking that you're going to have to add SKUs for your inventory. So if you do deselect this and just save, you can keep editing your product afterwards and create your variant. So let's say, okay, I want colors, and then we have plenty of colors here because we use the metadata to make sure that people can search by colors in the system. Like Shopify is really powerful. There's a lot of things that you can use. Why do I not have sizes? That's weird. All right, SM, DLG, XL, 2XL. Let's just do that. And then this is Sean's test shirt. Let's remove this and then used in. I don't want, let's just use these colors. It's perfect, really doesn't matter. All right, this product and this product, right? So this is what you go through and create your product. Now you would also add prices, $25, and you would start selling, right? So now you create your product, you have your name, your title, your description, and now you're probably going to say, well, okay, well, I don't have any SKUs. The best thing that you can do is either you create your own SKUs to keep track of every single product that you have, to be able to get reports at the end of every month to know what are your best sellers, what you can sell, and what you should keep selling, as well as what are the best colors that you're selling, to make sure that when you create new products, you can use those same colors and benefit the fact that you're optimizing for the best sellers, right? As well as showcasing on your website those best colors, their best sellers, and then getting more sales through that. So always doing some comparison tests and make sure that you're not going by your favorite color, because you don't know if that's the true one that's going to sell, right? So this is the best scenario for pre-OD, is you're able to test without any real investment, right? So what I would do now is simply bulk edit and add my own SKUs. So I would say like sunshine yellow underscore SM. And then what I would do is copy this and go enter, paste, MD, enter, paste, G, Excel, 2X, cap lock. All right, then I would call this brown, for example. Copy, paste, MD. You can also bulk update these using Matrixify. If you don't know Matrixify, it's probably one of the best app that you can have. Rustic orange to do things in bulk. It's really, really powerful. We use it all the time to bulk update products, to bulk update settings in our store. So sorry, I can't do two things at once. So Matrixify is a really nice app. I think that you guys, if you download it, are going to have a lot of benefit from using it, for sure. You're going to save a lot of time. So I created my SKUs here manually. You could do this again by doing it in bulk. And now all my products have my own SKUs, right? And I'm like, okay, well, now let's create an order that is not going to have these SKUs. So let's create an order, and let's say this is the Test Sean product, right? And we want every single variant, because we don't mind. We're taking an order and we're doing it for ourselves, so we want to make sure that we're able to see all the benefits of what I'm doing right now. Sean's special. Accounting team is going to be like, what is this special? Why is it so free, right? Don't use this on your store. It's not going to work. Unless you create a discount. That'd be funny, but I'm going to do this. Mark order as paid. All right, this will, of course, it's free. It's Sean's special. Alrighty, now I'm gonna go in here and refresh for orders, right? I'm simply gonna refresh here. This order, I can't delete it yet, but, and by the time it's loading, I'm gonna create a product. This one has all the colors, so that's perfect. We're just gonna use that. Hasn't came in yet. Dun, 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 dun. What is Dave saying? There we go. Yeah, I'm the one who corrupted the neck tags. I knew it. So you shouldn't have any problems like I was having earlier. You should be able to edit all your products. It's taking so long because there's so many SKUs in my order. That's why I did that. But that's fine. We want that, right? Artwork, barista. I could probably go in and make sure these orders are not going through production. just to be sure, I'm gonna, oh, it's not approved yet. I'm simply gonna cancel it. Where is it? There it is. Cancel order, yes, cancel. Alrighty. I'm gonna do the same with this one. If you're wondering how I'm opening tabs like that, while not clicking and right clicking doing this, anything like that, I'm simply clicking command on my keyboard. And as soon as I'm clicking on any tab, it's opening it up on any link in a new tab. So really easy way, super fast. If you guys are wondering, I like to use shortcuts on my computer, on Illustrator, Photoshop. I also created this really nice action. I'm gonna probably give it in the Facebook group so you guys can use. But let's just say that I upload all my artwork. This is probably not gonna work. Yeah, this one's gonna work. There we go. While it's loading, might as well show some of the features that we're using, right? So let's just say that you're creating your artwork in Canva or Kittl or anything like that, and you want to crop everything in, right? I created this action, and I'm gonna remove the save and close because I want you guys to see what's happening. And I'm gonna make it stop every single time if I can. Yeah, I can. All right, sweet. So what it's doing is in Photoshop, I created this action that says, okay, convert any artwork to RGB because this is the best color profile you're gonna have whenever we're printing with DTG. You're also going to trim the image as close as possible to anything that's in the artwork. And then you're going to add a small gap around the image. And the reason why we want that is simply because when we're printing with DTG, and if your image is cropped in extremely tight, like perfectly close to the edges, those edges that are touching the edge of your pixels of your image are, how can I say it, not going to be dull because it's not true. It's not dull. It's just not as sharp. The machines don't know where the image is stopping if the pixels and the image are stopping perfectly aligned. So what I created is I created an action to where I can run it and then, okay, yes, I want to trim any transparent pixels. So automatically it did that. And then it says, okay, I want to expand the canvas size relatively. So like proportionally everywhere 0.07 inches, which is, it's minimal, right? It's roughly like 5 pixels. So as soon as I do that, you can see right away that my image is inside, and then I have roughly a few pixels on the edges for everything. So now when the printer's going to print, he knows that this pixel right here is extremely sharp and it's going to have a nice small definition. And I mean, I'm extremely picky, which is why I do this. If you're not doing this, the edges, the small edges might have a small difference compared to like the top of your letters here that are not touching any edges. But if you want the most like outstanding quality and you want the edges to be extremely sharp everywhere, especially if you have like bold artworks that a lot of the edges are touches around your image, I would definitely do that for sure. So I'm going to add this action. Amelia, I think I'm going to do this. I don't know if you guys can download it from Facebook, but I'm going to look into it. And if I can't, just simply email the team. We're going to send you this action in Photoshop. It's really nice. And if you don't have access to it and you're in Kindle or anything like that, you can simply crop your image manually and then just simply expand it just a tad. So let's say, for example, I didn't have this action that's extremely fast. I would do this manually and expand it so that there's a small space around my image. I think that helps tremendously for the quality as well as making sure that your artwork's placed correctly. I'm not sure why it's not coming. Oh, there it is. Did it come in or no?
It did not come in.
Why is it not coming in? Unfulfilled. It's pickup. And then, is it because I added so many colors? I don't know. There's a lot of questions going on. Interesting. Huh. So I added automatically a shipping address to the order because we ran a flow automation that does that. Contact information, there's none, which is probably why it's not working. Of course, I didn't do that. That's my bad. That's my fault. I'm going to do this. And now once I refresh again, it's going to come in. See, trying to go too fast. Did it save? Yes, it did save. Contact email. No, I don't have any contact. Email. All right. Sean, phone number. There we go. Let's do that. All right, it's invalid. 1-855-530-0032. If you ever guys want to call us, this is our number. Too many attempts. Please try again. Oh my gosh. I think I'm just going to create a new order. Oh, it came in. Okay, so something worked. Okay, now I have this, right? So what I want to do is show you guys that if I do use this product and I say, okay, this is my 2XL, it's mapped to this. This is my XL, it's mapped to this. This is my large, it's mapped to this. I'm spending time once to do this. And you can create a product on the fly, right? So you don't have to have this done beforehand. So this is and this is really nice. That's a small UI improvement. So now you see whenever you're mapping products, it's not as hard. So now what I would do is automatically select all of these. And this is not selected in our account as an admins of the app, but you guys automatically in all of your store, this is automatically pre-selected. So it gives you a nice nice tool to use. So what I would do here, instead of syncing, I would go and create. So let's just say I want the 5000 and I want this one. I want dark chocolate and I'm going to choose artwork and I want this truck. It's a really nice truck. And I'm going to name it Sean. I'm going to place it, simply go, and then 2XL, confirm. You know what? I'm going to select this, keep going. This is XL. All right, I'm going to go to large. Keep going, medium. And then small. All right, now again, I didn't sync those variants, right? So I'm going to go here, do that. So now all of these sizes would automatically be mapped for future orders. Perfect. And the last one, you know what? I'm going to do some of the sizes, but not all of them, just to show you what it does. XL, large. So what I'm saying is doing this after you've been paid, after you've sold some shirt, feels a lot better than doing this all in advance. If you don't know if you're going to sell these shirts, right? You don't know if you're going to sell extra smalls. You don't know if you're going to sell one of those designs. So why do this in advance? Try to sell. That's the hardest thing to do. Be creative. Spend all of your time on being creative, creating ads, creating content, trying to sell and trying to reach out and see what everybody else is doing that is working, that's selling, instead of focusing on creating products in an app that does not bring you any money at the end of the day, right? So do this after you've sold. Of course, go into the product catalog, see what we offer, see what we don't offer anymore, see what's possible, see what's not possible, see the maximum print area that we offer, see the decoration methods we offer to make sure that what you're selling can be replicated with our app, right? So I think that's the most important thing to do. But then you don't really have to spend hours and hours and hours building all your products in advance. Process a sample order. See if it looks nice on one design, on one shirt, on a new product you'd like to test. But don't go and spend hours and hours doing things that don't bring you any revenue, right? Spend the time creating stuff that's going to bring you revenue. So as you can see here, I'm going back to my screen. I did not select the variation for large and XL to be synced. So I just want to show you what's going to happen. I saved for later, but let's continue shipping. I think I do have to do that. It's long because all of the carriers are loading. All right, there we go. We did that. Now I'm going to go back here and I'm going to try to sync and see if this works. Choose product. Yes. All right. I know why I'm not allowed. Because this is not from our store. It's from somebody else's store. So I created this in our account and I did not create these from this account. So the example I was giving you was not a good example, and it's why it wasn't working. But you can clearly see here that these work because I created these in our account. So us being admin, obviously, we're not allowed to take your products and sell them on our store, right? Which is a really good thing. I did not think this through before doing this, so now that I know, and it's the reason why we're not allowed to do this, even though I mapped all of these products in this order to this decorated product, it's not working. The reason why is because this product is not owned by us. We see all of your products that you're creating in your account because we want to be able to help you, right? So we can go in and say, okay, I'm going to edit this. I know Sean asked me a request. He wants to change the size, or maybe he wants me to add the white base, or he's having a problem with this product, which is why we're able to see everything here that you guys see. But we cannot sell your products on our end, right? We cannot map them. So it's the reason why I wasn't able to do this, and I did not think that I was using my test account and when I created that product. So now, obviously, it would not map automatically. But you can clearly see that all of my test Sean products that I created on the fly did map automatically, which is really nice, right? It's a nice feature, and you would have seen here automatically that my large and XL did not map because I did not select the sync to order. So just to reiterate this, what I'm going to do is show you that small selected, and this was for XL, but it's fine. And then change, and then do this for large. What I'm going to do is sync the small and not sync the large and continue shipping just to show you. And refresh this, choose product, test, confirm. So now I'm not seeing anything. All right, there we go. So change, if I do this, confirm. Did I not select anything? All right, there they are. Perfect. Continue shipping. Back, I should probably do this again. Yeah, there we go. Sync. Do that. That. Test this. And now none of them are there, which is weird. What did I do? Oh, it's corrupt. I'm doing a lot of fun. You cannot take the same product and add it to multiple variations that are the same size. It's going to create an error, right? So in this product here, you can clearly see that I added this Sean tests. Where did I add it? To the caps, I think. No, it did not work. What's the problem? Needs approval. Yep, that's fine. Everything here is linked. Okay. Trying to understand. There it is. Okay. So see this cap? I added the same shirt that I created for this shirt as well. You cannot do that. You cannot have the same product go to the same product on your Shopify store from multiple colors, multiple variations. It's going to give you an error. So I'm going to change this back, revert this, create a new product. I think it's going to be the safest way to do this. And we're going to test this one last time. Choose an artwork. I'm simply going to do this. I'm not going to go with that. All right. Okay, let's do this. Perfect. Now this is working. And I'm going to change this. I'm going to add this one again. All right. And continue shipping. Perfect. All right, you want to see me struggle? Well, you've seen me struggle today. There we go. See? It's fine. It's okay. I'm trying to go fast and show you a lot of features, and sometimes I go and show features in the way that you would never use them. So, which is why I'm getting bugs in the sense that obviously this product cannot be linked to the same product on Shopify using multiple variants. It's one variant, right? So I created a brown product, small, medium, large, XL, 2X, and now it's saying, okay, well, this variant is going to go again to this product. The system's like, no, error, you've already pre-selected it. So now that you can see, I added this here and I selected it and it synced, right? It mapped. So very powerful tool. It took a lot more time than what I was expecting to show you this. It's fairly simple to do. It's a really nice, powerful feature. Again, the goal for this is to help you be powerful in the sense that you can just sell any products that you want that we do offer in the catalog. And then as soon as you can make sales, you go into the app, you tell us what to do, and we produce it extremely fast, right? So a small the thing that should have taken 5 minutes took freaking I don't know how long did it take, like 25 minutes, 30 minutes for me to find this and understand what was happening. um, but it's okay. That's part of it. I showed you some nice tools in Photoshop, so benefit there. And then what else? We talked about shipping the US last week. Is there anything else, Melly, that you had this week that you want me to bring or you want me to talk about that would be insightful for people?
Um, we had a situation earlier today where someone was trying to push an order
Yeah.
with a product, and an
Yes, I
error
remember.
message kept appearing saying that the artwork was creating a problem
Yep.
when submitting the order. And we found out that the format of the file wasn't accepted anymore. So if you wanted to talk a little bit about that and
Very
just
good point.
reinforce the fact that some formats are accepted and some are not when creating products.
Very, very good point. We when we updated the app to now have the design tool, we only accept PNG for DTG and SVJ PNG for DTF. So now the DTF is going to be on by the end of the month. Make sure to convert all your artwork to PNG. If they're not converted, you're going to get that error, right? So that customer that was trying to push an order had PDF uploaded, or I think it was like EPS, something like that, in his old product on the old app. So when he was trying to open the design tool, it was giving him that error because our design tool does not convert EPS or PDF files to be able to design and use them in the tool. So that's one of the features. I know it's a great question, and it's a thing that I went back and talked to the dev team and say, okay, how can we handle this to make sure that it's either better understood, clearer, or simply works, right? There's possibility for it to work. The problem that we're having right now is that we're not converting your files, your vector files as PNG to be produced, right? We're simply taking your file and we're adding the coordinates that you used in the design tool and printing it on the garment. So right now, the Corny printers that we have, um, they're simply capable with PNG, right? That's the file that you're using. So it's the reason why we're using PNG files. But yeah, if anybody has questions, feel free to let us know. Is there anybody that's joining right now? I think there's 3 people right now on YouTube. Yeah. But yeah, if anybody has questions, again, we're going to do this every single week. So feel free to write us, let us know if you have any questions, and if you have any problems as well. Not just questions, but sometimes pain points. So things you don't understand about your business, or even things that you would like to improve with your Shopify. So if you would like for me to dive into like a Matrixify and do kind of like a webinar event of how we use Matrixify to empower our POD store, well, let us know. Again, we're open to help you grow your own business so that it can be successful and yeah, help you scale that. So I think that's the gist of it. And then next week we're gonna go in the shop. I'm really excited to show you the workflow, the process that we take. I also made a live, I think on Monday on Instagram. I just took my phone. I thought it was really cool to see the whole shop produce. So I'm gonna be making more of those. They're gonna be spontaneous. We're gonna try to be more um, structured in those, but my office is now in the shop because I try to fix as many problems as I can on the work floor as much as I can, as quickly as I can. So I was simply not motivated, but I saw that it was really nice and I could share it. So why not, right? I took my phone and just did it. And I think there was really good response from that. So we're going to do more of that. We're going to add them to YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and I don't know if we can link them to the group live. So we'll see about that, but we can definitely add the link on the live whenever we're doing them. So again, you're going to have more opportunities to ask questions, but these are really more in a format of a webinar, right? And we can also have some of you guys join as guests if you want. So if you're willing and you'd like to do this, send us an email saying, hey, I'd love to join the live event and talk about my struggles or some questions I have. I did a few calls this week with customers showing them the new app. So I would love to do one of those calls with you guys there, right? That we can share afterwards. So if you're open to it, you'd like to do that, amazing. I think it could help all of us grow. So thanks guys for watching, and see you guys next week. Bye.